Concerning me, peeps, what's up? It's me, John Deville, the 4-time national champion. Incredible news, dude! NFL news! Tim Tebow is out of there in Denver. Forget about it. No more dealing with Coach Sean Fox or, John Elway up in the management stuff with the GM. Forget it. We're not dealing with that anymore. Okay? Tebow is out. Free Tebow. He's gone. Good. He's going to the Jets. Now, I think that it would have been cool if he was in, Jacksonville, Miami, but the Jets that's very interesting. Now you've got Coach Ryan over there in that whole situation. What's up with Mark Sanchez? Where does that put Mark Sanchez vis-a-vis Tebow? Do the Jets now want to go with that Wildcat situation again? And Tebow Mania in New York, you put them together, unbelievable. The media capital of the United States, and Tebow is there, dude. Oh, Saturday Night Live, you didn't want to deal with Tebow, in my personal opinion, and now you've got to deal with him because he's going to be right there in New York. It's going to be in your face all the time, dude. Tebow Mania. First of all my personal opinion only. I'm not alleging facts, not casting Spurs, all fair entertainment, petty purpose only. You know that. Check the disclaimers. Now, Tebow Mania. Let's talk about this. First of all, here's the deal as I understand it. Reported by Jay Glazer, NFL Network. Hat tip to them. Now, Tebow goes to the Jets. 4th round pick, I think a 6th round pick, and a 7th round pick. I believe that's what's up. I'm sure this is an evolving story. Maybe I'm wrong. Please check below in the description. I'm going to put all kinds of information in there, and I will update it. You know how we do it. We take care of you guys. Now, here's the thing. So, okay. What happens to Mark Sanchez? Who's the starting quarterback? Is there going to be an open competition in this? And what about Tebow? Did he have any input into this? Did Tebow want to go to the Jets? Or did Elway and those guys want to put him over there in the Jets, maybe a little bit away from the whole Broncos situation? Maybe they didn't want him going to the New England Patriots. There were rumors and reports, I believe, that the New England Patriots and Belichick were interested in him. Maybe if you are Coach Fox over there and John Elway, the last thing you wanted to do is see Tebow, you're here with Elway, and maybe it works out great, maybe it doesn't work out. And over here is the team New England Patriots that already went to the Super Bowl last year, and we know how good Brady is, and we know the genius of Bill Belichick. You don't want Tebow on that team because Tebow can come and beat you. And the Patriots do better than the Broncos next year. That could be a facial, and those fans might turn on you, dude. That could be happening. I don't know what happened. I'm not alleging anything. I'm speculating, and I'm saying, what do you think happened in the back rooms there when the calls were being made and the deals were being done? What was the thinking? If you're John Elway, and you're trading, and and the front office over there in the Broncos have the control to some extent, right? What moves do you think they want to make? Did they want this move? Obviously, they want to move. The move's done, right? I mean, in my personal opinion, I believe that. Now, but I don't know that. But I believe that. Now, here's the thing. If you're with the Jets, how do you use Tim Tebow? Is Tim Tebow the starter now? Or is Mark Sanchez the starter? And does this say anything about, I'll go back to the other thing for a second. Does this say anything, if you're Mark Sanchez, what are you thinking? Does this say anything about the confidence or perhaps lack of confidence that the Jets now have in Mark Sanchez? Because look, with Mark Sanchez, I think he's got a lot of talent, stuff like that, but maybe he hasn't performed in certain situations up to the level that the Jets were perhaps hoping. That, the Jets, remember Ryan, all the predictions about, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and all that type of stuff, and it didn't work out quite maybe as he was thinking or saying last year. So you want to make some moves right now. You're Rex Ryan, you want some results. You want to, in my personal opinion, is this a statement that the Jets need something like Tebow in that locker room to shake it up, to get people fired up, to get people winning again? Say, hey, we've got the personnel, we've got the pieces in place, but we need a winning attitude around here. We need some positivity around here. We need some toughness around here. We need some determination, some grit to make it happen, dude. And we want some of that energy. You've got Linsanity going on over there at MSG, and that's happening, and we're seeing that whole situation spark up the entire team. We want some of that here okay, on the New York Jets. And this is it, man. Is this going to be, with this whole situation, the media stuff, is this like Broadway Joe type of situation with that media action and that excitement, that perhaps a fan excitement coming back to the New York Jets? Is that going to get it back to the glory years of the New York Jets? So look, a lot of things to think about here. Number one, do you believe that this was the best team for Tebow to go to for the whole situation? Now, my personal opinion, the best team for him to go to possibly win a Super Bowl quickly was the New England Patriots of all the teams that were, rumored to be in the mix wanting Tebow. I did think with the possible exception of maybe San Francisco, I thought I saw some rumors there, but obviously San Francisco re-signed Alex Smith pretty quickly. I didn't see those reports, and maybe I'm getting it all wrong again. All my personal opinion. As prominently, from what I saw, when I read, the main people in the mix were Miami, who then dropped out, Jaguars, and obviously New England, and then the Jets, and the Jets are the ones that got it done. So of those teams, I think New England had the strongest package. If you're Tebow at the same time, you were never going to replace Tom Brady as a starter. But in the Jet situation, who knows? Who knows if Mark Sanchez, is not getting it done? Maybe Coach Ryan pulls the cord, puts Tebow in there. Tebow has the success and the level of success that he had last year or better, and the whole thing can change. So maybe Tebow thinks, look, this is an opportunity here. This team has weapons and stuff like that, and they can do some things. And it seems like they want to start running some of the Wildcat stuff again in the option, and that's what I'm all about. So, I mean, the run-pass option stuff. So it's like, maybe if you're Tebow, maybe the Jets are the best place. Because, yeah, you could have come back to your situation there in the Jacksonville area with the Jaguars and all that. But, I mean, the Jets, in my personal opinion, have better pieces in place than the Jaguars. And if you're successful with the Jets in terms of your overall brand and situation, that can just go through the roof, because we know what can happen in New York. And also, Jeremy Lin and Tim Tebow reportedly had talked before. I think they are friendly and stuff like that to some extent. And you have Linsanity over there, and now you've got Tebow Mania that could be in effect. That could be just super synergy, and the whole thing can just go just to the roof, dude, through the roof. I mean, it's unbelievable. I can't even, I'm contemplating that right now. Linsanity and Tebow Mania, if they combine forces, dude, how incredible can that be? This is going to be so fun. I can't even believe this, dude. What do you think about this? There's so much to talk about. I'm sure we're going to do more videos on this. I want you to weigh in right now. Do you think this move was the right thing for Tebow? Number one. Number two, do you think this move was the right thing for the New York Jets? Number two. Number three, do you think this move was good for the Denver Broncos? Did they get the proper value in these draft picks for Tim Tebow? So where are you at on that? Number four, do you think that Tim Tebow will start or will share starting responsibilities? In other words, they split playing time up with Mark Sanchez. What happens with Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow? Does Tim Tebow take... what would you do? We're going to find out how it's all going to play out. You tell me what's up right now. Hold the phones. I just got a hold of PFE by phone, and he wants to weigh in on this situation. Tebow, Paul, is going to the New York Jets. What do you think about that, and what kind of implications is this going to have for Tebow's playing time and Tebow Mania?
CNN viewers, I love this move. Now, we were actually thinking it might work out best for Tim Tebow to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars, but with Mark Sanchez, the quarterback of the New York Jets, struggling as much as he did last year, there are real questions now about whether Sanchez is going to be the long-term answer for New York. So, Tim Tebow is going to a situation where not only is he going to the media capital of the world, he can get even more coverage and get his image up further. He could really be in a position to get some serious playing time and maybe emerge as the quarterback of the NY Jets. I mean, he could even end up being like a Joe Namath Part 2. Yes. I love this situation. I know that Antonio Cromartie was saying, we don't need Tim Tebow and everything. If Mark Sanchez plays the way he did last year, yeah, you do need Tim Tebow. I'm just hoping that the Jets don't use Tebow solely as a gadget player, gimmick player, and that he gets a chance to actually develop as a true quarterback. But I think that given Sanchez's struggles, a lot of people, fans, media, have started to question whether Mark Sanchez can be the long-term answer. And in that situation, there is a chance that Tim Tebow will emerge as the quarterback in New York.
I love that. Are you listening to us, Rex Ryan over there? Are you listening, Rex Ryan? In my personal opinion, Tim Tebow should be your starting quarterback, okay? Or you should at least have an open competition with it, because in my personal opinion, I question this whole Mark Sanchez situation. I like Mark Sanchez, that's cool. But you're dealing with Tim Tebow. You saw what he did for a 1-4 club. You saw the whole turnaround there. You saw the motivation, the energy. You saw other teams were talking about, including one of your nemesis, in my personal opinion, the New England Patriots and Bill Belichick, the genius and all this. And I can hear now, I love what you're saying right there, Paul. Now, instead of Broadway Joe, we can have Broadway Tebow. Oh, yeah.
And let me say this, too. Not only did Rex Ryan see that against the Patriots, he saw it against himself.
That's right.
Because one of Tebow's biggest comeback wins last year was against the Jets.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. You felt it coming in your face, dude, and running right down there, and your people couldn't stop him. You were talking all this stuff, and who showed up last year and turned it all around? Who took a team that was 1-4 and brought them all the way in a quarterback? I don't believe you have that in Mark Sanchez. So here you are, you're out there making predictions. You've got personnel there at the New York Jets. You're having all that media scrutiny, in my personal opinion, and you got eclipsed by the NY Giants, who won the whole Super Bowl and kind of just barely got into the playoffs situation. And now you need something like this to spark the whole thing to get it to the next level, in my personal opinion. I think this is a great situation as long as Rex Ryan does the right thing and puts Tebow in that starting position, or at least has an open competition. Do you agree, Paul?
I totally agree with that. Look, as I said, one of the best comeback wins for Tebow last year was against the Jets. I think that was in Denver. Incredible. I think Tebow ran in the game-winning score. Rex Ryan knows exactly what Tim Tebow is all about. And this is great, man. Look, Mark Sanchez, in addition to just struggling overall as a quarterback, Mark Sanchez is not the biggest guy in the world. He gets dinged, he gets hit, he gets hurt a decent amount. Tim Tebow doesn't. Now, Tim Tebow got hurt in the playoffs against New England, but, he was all over the place in that game, taking tons of hits, running, doing all kinds of stuff, and he kept playing. So even if Mark Sanchez remains as a starting quarterback, there's a good chance Tim Tebow is going to see a lot of action just because Mark Sanchez might get banged up. I love this. I love this. There was a part of me that did want to send Tim Tebow go to the Jacksonville Jaguars, hometown, all of that.
Right.
I know he would have been given a fair shake down there, but this could work out perfectly. And if it does work out for Tim Tebow, then you got another situation where the New York media is going to blow it up completely. And, one more thing, Tim Tebow and Jeremy Lin are in the same season.
Yeah.
How great is that?
I love it. I've already talked about it. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, the New York fans now, and whether it's WFAN, whether it's the talk radio stations, whether all that type of stuff, there's always a reason, in my personal opinion, to be excited, because you got Tebow mania on one season, and then you got a little bit of overlap, and then you have Linsanity and all that, and then there's this period where you have Tebow mania and Linsanity, and then that's even extra explosion and even crazier than ever, in my personal opinion. Now, here's the thing, right? Okay, this is what I want to know right now. What I want to know is, do you believe that, what I want to know, Paul, is this. How do you think that the New York fan base is going to accept Tim Tebow? I mean, we remember, that whole skit on Saturday Night Live and that whole situation. Do you believe that the New York fans will embrace Tim Tebow, and what impact do you think that's going to have on the media in New York?
I think the New York fans will embrace Tebow completely. Everybody loves a guy when he's their guy. And now if Tim Tebow is able to help the New York Jets or even just get the New York Jets more press coverage around the country, then New York fans will embrace him. As far as the New York media, now they've got a new hot story. So they may have, maybe they weren't completely giving the guy the fair shake in the world in the past. Now he's a guy that can help make them new readers, get them new coverage. So I think that the media will embrace him. Maybe it'll take a little time, but Tebow's such a good guy from all accounts that I think a lot of the media there will warm up to him, and I think that they will come to embrace him, yes.
This is incredible. I can't wait. I want to hear what you fans out there have to say about this. This is so intense right now. Tebow going to the New York Jets. Last question, Paul. Bigger story now. The New York Giants as the defending Super Bowl champions, or the New York Jets with Tim Tebow?
It's a good question, and let's be clear. The New York Giants, their way of operating is that, they don't come on until later in the season. So it's going to probably, if the pattern holds, then they'll probably kind of squeak along until later in the season. So with that being the case, it's going to be hard to say that Tim Tebow and the Jets aren't going to be a bigger story.
This is incredible. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I can't wait until his first press conference with Tim Tebow and Rex Ryan. It's going to be just so great. What do you fans out there have to say about this? What do you think about this? You tell me what's going on. Give me the comments below. Please subscribe above. I'm John D. Villo, the four-time national champion. That's Paul F. Villarreal, and we are Conservative Media. Please rate this video up, and also please share it on your social networking sites. You're watching Conservative Media. We will see you next time. Thanks for watching, and also, be waiting for our next video. In our next video, going to preview this incredible NBA matchup tonight between Jeremy Lin Sanity 2.0, as we like to say. It's fully on, and the 76ers, Philadelphia. That is going to be an intense game. We're going to preview it for you next. Check out that video.